about where he stands on hydrofracking. If he thinks that he can gain the votes and support of the New Yorkers who are really concerned about the future of this state with a simple gesture, he's wrong. We need a clear commitment. We need to ban hydrofracking now and move towards renewable energy.
Why are you challenging Governor Cuomo?
Governor Cuomo has failed in his 4 years. I supported him 4 years ago, but he's been silent on the key issues like fracking. He's refused to engage. He said he was going to make a decision based on the science. Well, I've looked at the science. I've read the compendium. The evidence is really clear. And then if you talk to the people from Pennsylvania and elsewhere who've been affected by hydrofracking, you see how extremely dangerous it is.
So why this is usually the I'm going to look into the science line is more of a conservative Republican line. It's interesting that Cuomo has been kind of going on that line.
That's right.
You know, I mean that's something Democrats usually say. I mean when it comes to climate change and
well, you know, all I can say, he's a really hard person to read because he doesn't talk to reporters. He doesn't go out and talk to people on the ground. You know, fundamentally, he really hides behind his ads.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to tell you what he's thinking or why he's saying that about science because we can't have a full debate about it. So, you know, that's one of the advantages of a debate. If he thinks there is something that I'm missing about how hydrofracking is not extremely reckless, dangerous, and destroys the potential, actually the long-term potential of economic growth and long-term health of our state.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's have a debate. And the refusal to have a debate, I just want to focus on this. Hey, Jimmy. The refusal to have a debate, it's not just disrespect to me, it's disrespectful to the people of the state of New York and to the Democrats. Democrats want a debate. I mean, most Democrats are pretty clear on where they stand on hydrofracking, but I'm sure there are others who'd like to hear where he stands.
Yeah. So why do you think he doesn't want to have a debate on, especially when it comes to this environmental issue?
I can't tell if he's scared of a debate with me or if he's scared of a debate with the people of New York. But there's no good excuse. The New York Times has called for one. New York One has said they'd host one. It's pretty clear about where people are.
So what happens if fracking goes through? Like why is this so passionate? Kind of like it's one of the big issues in New York State total. I mean that we're dealing with. You know.
No, I mean what we see in other states is the sort of disastrous effects it has on people's homes, on land, on water supplies, on what happens to the water coming out of their faucet and the water coming out of their shower. The problem is we don't even actually know all the toxics that are going in, and so there isn't even transparency around it.
Yeah.
It's a short-term and reckless solution, but the great thing is we have another option. And I've talked to folks at the Solutions Project, and one of my first acts as governor would be the Solutions Project, which looks into how New York State could actually take the lead in the entire country on moving towards completely renewable energy by 2030. So what I'd like to do is really commission a review to see a feasibility study to see how we could start moving on that right away. Because that's not just good for our land, that's good for our jobs. One thing that I really want to emphasize is that Andrew Cuomo's silence on this, well, it's actually slowing the economy. Because we have extraordinary potential for agritourism.
Yeah.
We have extraordinary potential for even more wine growing, for more investment in hops, for more investment in value add and agriculture, and those the owners of the land that we might be able to farm in a productive way, they don't know whether we're going to have hydrofracking next year, so they can't trust that it's a good investment. How do you develop a tourist economy here when you haven't heard a clear word from the top?
Do you support local communities taking action when the state won't on like banning?
Absolutely. The local communities is building power, and it's building power towards a statewide ban, but we need a statewide ban because it affects all of us.